Hello, I'd like to take a moment to talk about the research paper for art history. If you go into at the course home section of D2L, you'll see a content browser. If you click on that, you'll see this is where there's these modules or different quizzes. If you click on the one that says paper and bring it to the research paper here, and you can either download that or it'll probably give a preview in D2L. It's in a Word format. Looks like it's downloading slowly there. There it is. This is a 2-page research paper. And what I want you to do is pick an artist or an artwork from the book. And you're going to think about artwork from prehistory to Renaissance. So that means anything that's as old as you can think of, all the cave paintings or the ancient Paleolithic sculptures, all the way up to Renaissance times. So that would be artists like Michelangelo, Titian, Leonardo, Raphael. You can pick any of those type of artists, but don't go beyond the Renaissance. Don't go into the Baroque period, because that's kind of where the content ends for this class. So pay attention to style, material trends, and philosophy of that particular artist or that particular art piece. The reason I'm saying art piece is because with some of the pieces we don't know who the artists are. I mean, if you're talking about a Gothic cathedral, there might not be an artist; it might be a group of artists. So in that case, choose a specific work, like say you choose Reims Cathedral. Then you can talk about Reims Cathedral. You can talk about all of the jamb columns. You can talk about the stained glass windows. There's a lot of content there that you can explore. Same thing with the ancient art. You might find that we don't know who the artist is. We just know the art itself. So you could like explore the cave paintings in Lascaux. Use the book as your starting point, as source material, and then supplement it or add to it with library resources. So things like journals, museum pages, articles, books. If you want to, you can see me in my office. I've got lots of art history text, and I might have something that you can use for this paper. In terms of style, the style of writing, I suggest that you start with the background of the artist or of the piece and then work to the history, and you usually work from general to specific. So you start with the big broad terms and then you work your way to an individual piece. So say you're talking about Michelangelo, right? You would start by talking about the Renaissance itself. The time period is the 1500s. The place is Florence. And then you can talk about how Michelangelo's work is about looking back to ancient Greek and Roman ideals in painting and sculpture, but then using Christian story and in having a very refined taste. And Michelangelo was about hard work and about how you could somehow achieve a spiritual enlightenment through making art and through working really hard. That's really a part of Michelangelo. But anyway, you could start by talking about that, then work to a specific piece. So then you could talk about the Sistine Chapel, how he spent 7 years working on it, day and night, and if having a sense of perfection when he was creating it too. So you start with the history, the context, and then work your way to a specific piece of art. 12 point times New Roman or New Roman times, however your word processor says it. I don't care what word processor you use. You can use Word, you can use Pages. But when you send this to me, make sure that it's in a file format that I can read. 12 point font. You can double space if you want to. have a title page, and you may want to use MLA or APA format. I know APA format very well, and I know MLA pretty well. I think you're taught MLA here in your composition courses. This project is worth 100 points and is due November 1st by midnight. When you finish, email the paper to conm@iacc or place in the Dropbox. You can print it too and give it to me. And I grade on content, but try to spell right and try to use the correct pronunciation. If you just follow the spell checker, you should be fine. But then the one trick that's always worked for me and works well, and maybe you can use this in other classes, is read the paper out loud to yourself. You'll find many errors that you didn't think were there, because if something doesn't sound right, then it's probably not right. So like, take the paper, read it to yourself out loud, and you will find all kinds of grammar mistakes by doing that. Okay, email me if you have any questions. The other thing I would want to say is make sure that you're getting all the quizzes done. I'm going to upload some new quizzes here right now, so you'll probably have a couple more quizzes to do. There is no midterm in this class. You just take the online quizzes. All right, thanks. Have a good day.